Hi, I'm Jude. It's the 6th of November 2017. I am 1 month and 2 days on Nebido testosterone. So yeah, I'll just talk about the changes that have happened in the last month and a little bit. Some of them I was expecting, some of them I wasn't expecting, but yeah, let me tell you about it. So a couple of days after my shot, I got sick. I got a tummy bug, so I had like raging tummy, cramps and stuff like that for a while, and also had really bad back pain. The back pain, I think, is related to the testosterone, because that's continued for the past. I mean, it's lessened up in the last week, but it's continued for the whole month. So that hasn't been great, and that was kind of unexpected. I also went to my GP, and she told me that there's a whole bunch of other side effects that I could expect, like leg pains. So yeah, I didn't know about that. Then after about a week, I started getting really, really hungry all the time, to the point where I needed to eat every like 2 hours, or else I just felt I was starving. So that was pretty inconvenient because I started putting on a bit of weight, and I couldn't exercise because of the back pain, and I also couldn't wear my binder because of the back pain. So that wasn't such a fun time. And then in the last 2 weeks, my skin has gotten really bad. I was on Yaz, the pill, for about 8 years, and I went off it in about March. Going off it meant that my skin got bad, but in the last 2 weeks, it's gotten a lot worse. My skin's really oily and breaking out quite badly. And yeah, so I went to the GP, and I'm on some acne face wash. It's called Benzac face wash, and something called Different to treat pimples. So that's great because it's helping my skin a bit, but the problem is that my skin's now oily and dry because the acne treatment is drying. So that's not so great. That's happening now, and I think it'll go on for a little while. But that is something I expected. But the hunger's calmed down a bit now, so I still get hungry more often than I used to. But now I can have just like a small snack between meals, and it's a lot easier. And yeah, since I was sick and had the back pain, I couldn't go to gym, but I managed to go on Friday, so 3 days ago, and I was really impressed because I haven't been in months, and I went for a walk in the forest the other day, and I realized I was really unfit, so I needed to do something about it. Um, but yeah, I managed to do some cardio. My stamina was a lot better than I expected. It was kind of at the level it was when I stopped going to gym, and I haven't been doing any exercise for the last few months, so that was quite a surprise. Also, my strength is a lot, like, way better than I was expecting. Like, I was lifting heavier weights than I was last time I went to the gym, and this is, yeah, again, after months of not doing any exercise whatsoever. So that was quite a surprise. So I'm pretty impressed about that, and I'm hoping that if I go to gym more regularly and stuff, I can actually get quite fit and, yeah, like I said, lose a bit of the weight that I've put on in the last few weeks from eating all the time. Um, my face shape has started to change a bit. I'm not sure if you can, yeah, I don't know if you can really see, but people have commented. I feel like my jaw's sort of becoming a bit more defined. In terms of body hair, um, the hair on my toes is growing and really thick. Um, I also know, like, it's a my dad has the same sort of hair pattern on his legs where nothing grows from the knee to about halfway down his calf, and then it's suddenly very hairy. So I haven't been shaving for a while, which has been really nice. But the hair from like the bottom half of my calf and shin is like coming in really thick. I never really got into the habit of like shaving the top half of my legs and my thighs, so the hair they're still pretty. There's a lot of it, but it's very fine. So I'm hoping that comes in a bit more thickly. I'll also stop shaving my armpits because I really don't care. And that hair's, yeah, coming in as usual. I started shaving my face before I went on testosterone just so I could get used to the idea, get used to how to do it, and also because I knew that well, yeah, I know that shaving an area doesn't make the hair come back thicker. It just looks thicker because the ends are blunt, at the ends of the hairs. So I knew that shaving my face wouldn't necessarily make the hair actually thicker or darker, but it would look a bit thicker. So I started shaving my face. When I was young, when I was about 12, I had my moustache lasered off because I'm half Indian and like facial hair runs in the family, even with women. So yeah, I was worried about whether or not that would grow back, but it has started growing back. I'm actually quite impressed. Usually, I mean, I was shaving about once every 2 weeks, and then the sort of, the usual like slight fluff that you get around here and here, and like that sort of downy bum fluff, that would start coming back in. Um, but now I shave my face like every couple of days, and already like a bunch of moustache hairs are coming in quite noticeably. Well, noticeable to me at least. So I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, finding out new stuff about how to shave your face and what products to use and techniques and stuff. So that's pretty exciting. Um, in terms of libido, I won't go too much into that, but yeah, it's a little bit ramped up, but nothing particularly intense. Apparently, that gets more intense later on. In terms of my mood, because I'm on Nebido, I don't get the same sort of drops before my shot. So I'm quite glad about that because I really can't deal with those sort of mood fluctuations. But the one thing I've noticed pretty much for the whole month is that I've been really irritable. Just, you know, people have this sort of idea that going on testosterone makes you really angry and like you get roid rage, and I don't think that's true. I know some people have found they get more angry. This, for me, I've just been kind of irritable, and like the small things that don't usually bother me now really irritate me, like people walking slowly in front of me or people driving badly or that sort of thing. Stuff really irritates me. Um, but overall good. So I usually vape, but I've been smoking cigarettes for the last 2 weeks because my vape broke. And I got all hopeful, being like, oh, I think my voice is getting a little bit more like people I know have said that their throat feels a bit tighter, and that their voice feels a bit like when you've had a cold and it feels a bit sort of rough and a bit grating. And I was like, oh, my voice has started doing that, and then I realized, oh, I've just been smoking cigarettes. So that's what's happened with that. But I'm really excited. I've started shopping for more men's clothes. Um, I'm reluctant to buy a lot of new clothes at the moment because I know my body shape is going to change a lot, especially with going to the gym and stuff as well. I know several trans guys have said that their shoulders got a lot broader. So I've been specifically buying men's shirts, which are cut for that. So doing that, and I bought a bunch of like boxer briefs, which are really, really comfortable, much comfortable than any underwear I've ever owned. And doing that, and I bought a snapback, bought some men's shorts. Doing those sort of things has really helped with my dysphoria. I mean, I'm not a particularly masculine person. I do identify mostly with being male, but I felt like, I have what I would consider gender neutral shorts, but clothes, but my idea of gender neutral and society's idea of gender neutral isn't the same. So for me, stuff like leggings is just pants, it's just clothes for whatever. So I'm comfortable wearing that, and I'm also non-binary, so I'm more comfortable, and I'm feminine, well, I'm quite femme, so I'm more comfortable expressing femininity than I know a lot of other trans guys would be. Oh, my cat says hello. Um, but yeah, so for me that sort of stuff's fine. I'm moving house, so I went through all my stuff and cleaned out a lot of old femme clothes, a lot of stuff that fit me when I was a lot thinner. Got rid of a lot of stuff that I know isn't going to fit me when my shoulders broaden and my body shape starts changing. But I've kept quite a bit of femme stuff, just because I like it. It makes me happy. Yeah, so I mean, in terms of clothing and stuff, I wear sort of like short sweatpants, those kind of sweatpants, or like short jean shorts, and t-shirts and leggings, and like this, like, I don't know if you can see, but like oversized men's shirts and cardigans and that sort of thing, and sneakers. I used to wear more makeup, but since my skin's pretty bad, I try not to. Usually just a bit of concealer for pimples and stuff. And yeah, it's been been interesting so far. I've definitely noticed changes, which has been really nice. I mean, because I'm on Nebido, I know that apparently the changes happen quite a lot slower at first, and it's only been a month, so I wasn't expecting much. But so far so good. I'm gonna keep you guys posted. I'll post a link in the description. I've started an Etsy shop selling customized clothes, so customized snapbacks and customized yeah, pretty much anything you could think of, with like pronoun patches and pride patches and all sorts of things, specifically to fund my transition, because yeah, I'm not even thinking about affording top surgery yet, but the testosterone is pretty expensive and I'm kind of struggling financially. So if you guys could check that out and support it, I would really appreciate it. Or just spread the word if you know friends interested in sort of punk type clothing. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll update again in a month. Thank you so much.